Do you have anything special in mind for the command? A lot of grand marshals like to work something up unique, but how are you going to approach it?
Yeah, I've got something special. First of all, it's an honor to be back. In 2014, I had a great experience. My first NASCAR event, and being able to drive the pace car, great memories with that. And so, just glad to be back and kick this thing off.
Wonderful. We'll take questions for Coach, so just raise your hand. If you have one, we'll come around with some wireless, and we'll take a few. I know we have some questions for our Grand Marshal. Here we go, right here. All of a sudden we have three, so we'll start right there with Holly.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Hey, Coach. Obviously, this is something that you enjoy coming to. Have you got a driver that you kind of follow a little bit more than another one right now? Who are you cheering?
No, I don't. First of all, I just like being here, and I like meeting the guys. I don't have one particular guy, but got a chance to meet quite a few of them last time, and just looking forward to watching them compete and do their thing.
All right, Bob, and then we'll come right here next. Bob.
Bob Hawkhurst, ESPN. Just curious on your thoughts on your guys who got drafted, and then also I don't know if you can give us any injury update on Hastings and some of the others.
Yeah, well, first of all, very excited for our four guys that were drafted, and we got 7 that signed free agent deals too that I think will have an excellent chance to play at the next level. So, very good group. It was a very exciting weekend for that bunch. And as far as injuries are concerned, our 2 receivers, they're the ones that we're most concerned with about being back in time, but we expect everybody else to be ready for fall camp and get ready to compete.
Right here, Coach, in front. You got a chance to meet Deontay. He's doing the pace car. You did it in 2014. Any suggestions for him? I know he's a little bit bigger than you are to fit in the car, but what do you think?
Tell you what I remember about that is just on the curves. When you're going 55 miles an hour and that feeling like you're going to tump over, that's a pretty unique experience. But and also too, you got those drivers right behind you, and they'll be buzzing up and all that. So it'll be a good experience for him. There's no doubt about that.
All right.
You bring into practice?
Yeah, of course, when you go to the drivers' meeting, you can see, they get their game face on, and it's just that preparation that goes before a big event. It feels exactly like when you're coaching and, that 2 hours mark before you get started. But it's really unique for me to get a chance to see professionals that are the best at what they do and just kind of sit back and watch and kind of be a fan and, see how they go about their business. So that's really what stood out to me the first time. Really looking forward to seeing the guys again, watch them do their business. And, I have experience. The first time my head was spinning, with everything that's going on. And now a chance to, to get here and be able to really enjoy it and understand it. My buddy Hugh Freeze is a big NASCAR fan, so he would kind of, give me some information, all that. And then I've got my son-in-law and my brother here with me today. So just looking forward to taking it all in.
Coach Joe Goodman with AL.com. What's an update on your quarterback, and how important is this summer going to be for him? Yeah,
Jarrett Stidham, he could have went A-Day with his shoulder. It was a left shoulder. Everything's going great with that. As soon as we get back from our break, he'll be, ready to go, everything lifting-wise and all that. And this summer will be important. He's going to be working with our receivers and, just developing that one-on-one continuity that is very critical, during the summer. And he's looking for a big year. I was very impressed with what he did last year, threw for 3,000 yards. And there's nothing like experience in our league. And he's got a year under his belt against the best defenses in college football, kind of understands our league a lot better, and he understands his teammate a lot better. And this is his team. And so I'm very excited about his leadership and, seeing where he can take our team next year.
Coach, every year, teams across the country, there's guys that leave early, they go to the draft, they don't hear their name over the weekend. Just a couple of guys for you that happened. Just any general thoughts on that, and how difficult a decision is that to make, and the risk kind of that you're taking, hoping that you hear your name?
Yeah, from a coach's standpoint, you just do the best you can to educate your guys. And then, when they're ready to go, they're ready to go. And there's no doubt in my mind that that the guys that did come out early that didn't get drafted are going to have a great chance to play in the league. And you know, all those guys are super kids. They have high character, very talented. But each individual situation is different. And you sit down with them, you give them the information, you see what happens. You know, that draft, there's no like, you know, formula. I mean, it's just kind of what teams and how they feel and all that. But you know, when you actually get to a camp and you can actually show them firsthand what you can do in a competitive situation, that's when the cream usually rises to the top.
Hey Gus, over here.
There.
You got a pretty sporty car. What's the fastest you've ever gone? Just between us.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I need to say that. There's some police officers in here and all that. You know, I'm not a real fast driving guy, but I do have that car that makes you want to go fast. But, you know, I've got going on the interstate a couple times when I didn't realize how fast I was going. But I'd like to bring that thing here, you know, during the off season, see how fast we can get it going around the track legally.
What is that car, Coach?
It's a BMW i8.
All right. Any more questions for Coach?